What's up, everybody? Jackie here with Goodie Stash. I wanted to show you my needle book that I made using everything I've learned about slow stitch so far. So this has a felt, just very nicely textured cover, and it has intentionally uneven or kind of like haphazard stitching. You see how I've kind of slow stitch, if you're not familiar, it is like they call it mindful stitching, but in my case it's more like mindless stitching because I don't really think while I'm doing, and I just kind of let the stitches go wherever the stitches are going to go. And something like this might bother some people, but if you're a slow stitch person, it won't bother you because it's more it's just like fully artistic creative expression with no rules. Very similar to junk journaling, but this is almost or entirely fabric. Let's take a look inside. I have this little vintage lace. I went ahead and stitched on this vintage fabric flower and corner detail, and then we see the coordinating one on the back. Then it has the vintage lace, and I've included on the inside. So, well, let's go to the first page, but it's just, it has a lace pocket, and then I tried to tuck in there, let's see, these little embellishments that you can use on your slow stitching project. And hopefully they're not going to poke the lace through here. And then what I like about this design is inside here we have room for trims. So I've included little snippets of trim. So, let's see. Oh, there's another. And you can see the stitches. That's what I'm learning about slow stitch. It's very a lot about visible stitching. We've got a little butterfly pinned here. Of course, this is the concept of a needle book. It holds your needles. So here's the embroidery needle and some pins. And then I have a safety pin here with some decorative buttons that you could use to add onto your projects. And then in here we have some beads. I guess you can see through. Pretty. A mix of glass and plastic beads. And then that tucks in this little pocket. And I like the textured kind of, it's like that teddy bear texture. Spine is stitched down the center. And then, oops. Oh yes, I included, so I thought originally I was going to put these in the pocket, but I'm including more fabric that can fit in the pocket. So I'll show you. They're small because slow stitching tends to be small size. And the idea is you can take this kit, it's portable, you can take it in whatever project you're working on. Like you could basically have a base fabric, and I'm also including some thread. I'll put these on spools. So you could basically select a base fabric and start stitching on the go. So this is sort of the concept of a needle book, is you take it with you, and when you have little downtime, you can do your slow stitching. And it's very relaxing way to unplug and create something that you love in the process. So I'll leave those there, and just an idea of what you could include in the pockets. If you had something to cover this, like a piece of felt, because that point will poke through, and then a needle threader and a little pair of scissors is kind of the idea for that pocket. And you just, boom, take it with you, and you have a little project on the go, and I thought this could be like a really cute gift for an artsy person, especially somebody that loves slow stitching, of course. Might be a little weird if you gave it to somebody and they have no idea what slow stitching is. They're going to be like, wait, what? But yeah. All right, thanks for being here. I'll see you on the next project. Peace.